Hello, guys, and welcome back to the Keep It Real podcast, episode 3. Hope you guys are having an awesome day. And yeah, just hope you guys are having an awesome day and hope you guys are doing well and stuff like that. But today I don't have a special guest. It's just going to be me today, Maxim, and I'm just going to go over some questions that I get asked a lot starting a podcast. So we're going to go through some questions that I've wrote down that others have asked me, and we're just going to answer them. Alright, so starting off with the first question. Where did you grow up, and did that affect who you became? So I grew up in Lynchburg, Virginia. I was born December 27th, 2008, so I was born in Lynchburg, Virginia. So that was a good place. I feel like it was a good place to be born at. I really did enjoy Lynchburg, even though, people might not talk about it well. They're well enough, but I enjoy Lynchburg a lot. And and did that affect who I became? I would say not really. Life was different back then, so I feel like, well, in a way, it could affect me a little bit, but I don't think not too much at all. But yeah, to answer that question. So the second question is, what is your morning routine? So my morning routine is actually right now, for those that know, I used to work at McDonald's and I got fired, so I'm not working there no more. But yeah, that's a whole nother story for a whole nother day. My morning routine, so the reason why I brought that up is my morning routine, I used to wake up, get ready, brush my teeth, take a shower, stuff like that, all the good stuff, put on deodorant, get ready for work, and leave and get paid, right? But since I got fired, I haven't been doing that, so I've been volunteering my time at a resource center to kind of help out for free and help out there. I had one incident there, but we got that solved. Yeah, that's kind of like my morning routine. Wake up, eat breakfast, just do the same things, do a couple push-ups, do a couple sit-ups. I might go for a walk. If I'm feeling really good, I might go for a run. But yeah, that's what my morning routine looks like. All right, going on to the third question. What is your favorite funny story to tell people? My favorite funny story to tell people is a story that happened way back, not that long ago, but it happened a while ago. And it was when I was at a beach one time, and I was swimming in the ocean, right? And you know how so I live in Virginia, right? So you know how the water's kind of deep and murky, and you can't really see what's in there. So kid you not, I was swimming in a pool, right? Bro, I felt something hard hit my like a whip hit my leg, and it started stinging so bad. So I ran out the pool and I started pouring water, doing everything I could to help it, heal. It comes to find out it was a stingray that stung me, and it hurt. And it hurt like crazy. And all I saw in the ocean when I looked down, when I felt that, I just saw eyes. You know how they have those eyes like that? Yeah, that scared me. That scared me. So yeah, I was scared for sure. So that was a funny story I like to tell people. I have a lot more, but with friends and stuff like that. But that's the friendly story that I'm gonna tell. So yeah, moving on to the fourth question. What's the best compliment you've received? So recently, when I was working at the resource center, an older lady, she said, "You have such beautiful hair," and I just took that as a compliment. Who wouldn't? I'm glad she said that. It made my day. Nobody really said anything about that, about me, in that way before about my hair. And I know she's an older lady, so that really made my day a little bit. I'm coming on the fifth question. What is your favorite pastime and why? Y'all, I'm not gonna lie, I don't even know what pastime means, so we're gonna skip that question. Yeah, we're gonna skip that. Sorry for that. Alright, coming on to the sixth question. What did you want to be when you were a kid, and why? So when I was a kid, that's a good question. When I was a kid, I wanted to be I wanted to be an NBA player, because everybody went through that phase of being some type of sports player, right? So I wanted to be an NBA player. During AAU, I never made a school basketball team, but I played AAU, and I just kind of gave up on it. And the reason why I wanted to become an NBA player is because everybody thought it was cool back then, everybody thought dunking, shooting the basketball, Stephen Curry, LeBron, dunking, Stephen Curry shooting, everybody thought that was cool at some point. So yeah, that was me when I was a kid, y'all. I'm coming up on the seventh question. Are you an introvert or an extrovert? Okay. Yo, I'm not even gonna hold you. Is it introvert? Is an introvert that's someone that keeps to themselves, right? And an extrovert is someone that doesn't. If that's what that means, I'm an extrovert because I don't keep to myself. I'm very social. I'm a social butterfly. I love talking to people. I love communicating with people, and just having a good time with people and friends. So I'm definitely an extrovert for sure. If you had to describe yourself as an animal, which would it be and why? So, y'all, I'm not even gonna hold you. If I had to describe myself as an animal, I would probably just pick my favorite animal. Not, well, matter of fact, let's not even do that. My favorite animal is a Black Panther, but to be honest with y'all, if I had to describe myself, I'd probably say I'm not even gonna do that. We gonna skip that one. Nah, we're not gonna skip it. I'll probably say I don't know. I'm gonna say a Black Panther. I don't even know why. No. You know that's a bad example. That's my favorite animal. We're gonna go with a sloth because I love to sleep. We're gonna do that one. I love being lazy. I love sleeping, and so yeah, that would be my reason to describe myself as a favorite animal. All right, moving up on the ninth question. If money wasn't a factor, what would you do with your time? Easy. That's a like. I will make music. I love making music. For those who know me, they know I play the piano. They know I've been playing the piano for 3 years. Yes, I would love to make music all the time. Do that with my time. And podcasting too. I love both of them. Right now I'm just focusing on podcasting, taking a break with piano for a little bit. But yeah, that I would most definitely, I don't care about money. Money doesn't mean, I mean, it means something in society, but to me it doesn't really mean much. I mean, yeah, you can buy stuff, but you know, I'm not that extreme with it. So yeah, that's an easy question for me. All right, coming up on the next question. What's your favorite movie and what does it reveal about you? So my favorite movie would have to be, I would say, one of the Black Panther movies. I think the first one. I think it reveals about me is I love Black culture. I love seeing Black excellence, especially in a world where that's, kind of this and that here and there. But yes, I love Black Panther, and yeah, it's a good movie, and I cried. I had real tears when Chadwick Boseman died, bro. I had real tears. Excuse me. But yeah, that was a sad moment for me. But he's up there now. So, what's your biggest... Alright, coming up on the 11th question. What is your biggest pet peeve? I hate people... Bro, no, I don't hate. My fault. No, we don't hate on here. I dislike people that chew with their mouth open. That would drive me crazy, Chad. Yeah, that would drive me crazy. I can't do that. I can't have people chew with their mouth open. Some girls at the lunch table say I do that. I don't think so. I don't think I do. But if someone just chewing with their mouth open, nah, I can't do that. I don't know about y'all, but I can't do that. Alright, coming up on the 12th question. What is your biggest passion? My biggest passion, once again, is music. I love music. I love piano. I love writing poetry down. I love making beats. I love all of that. I would say that would be my biggest passion. I love doing that. And yeah, it just makes me happy. Because when you write your feelings down in a journal, it really does help a lot. And I really like that. So, I don't have a problem with writing stuff down. It helps me relieve, all these thoughts and all these feelings and stuff. It's a good way to cope. Really, so that's my biggest passion is music. And podcasting, I love doing that too. I just started, but I love the support I'm seeing from people in Florida, Orlando, Chicago, New York, Massachusetts, Virginia. I love seeing that. So y'all keep doing y'all thing. I appreciate y'all. Alright, coming up on the 13th question. What is your most embarrassing memory? I'm not gonna hold y'all. My most embarrassing memory is when I fell at the pool. Like when they say no running and I ran and I slipped and I fell in front of everybody and I scraped myself up, bro. That's probably my most embarrassing memory. Or, what would be a really good one is the fact that waves came in. I was on the beach and these big waves came in. And this was like when I was younger and they just took me to the shore. I'm not even gonna hold y'all. It took me straight to the shore. And I hurt a lot because the waves kept banging my body on the sand. And it was painful, Chad. I'm not even gonna hold y'all. But yeah, that's a memory I remember. That's embarrassing, actually. Coming up on our 14th question. If you had one superpower, what would it be? Now, I could pick the goofy answer. Or I could pick the serious answer. I don't think I'm going to go with the serious answer. If I could have one superpower, I would probably do invisibility. Yeah, I'll probably do invisibility. Because, I just don't want people to see me sometimes. Even though I'm an extrovert, sometimes you just need your privacy, So I think invisibility would be a good one for me. Coming up on the 15th question, what star sign are you? Well, heck no. What star sign? I'm Capricorn. I was born in December, but I don't really focus on none of that. I'm gonna keep it honest with y'all. These questions are crazy. Alright, coming up on this next one. What was the last thing you searched for on Spotify? Well, that's a good one. My podcast, actually. That's actually a good one. That's probably my favorite question. I'll say it's Spotify for sure. Excuse me. My podcast for sure. The Keep It Real podcast. It's on Spotify. I've interviewed Luke, Noah, my brother. So those are some people I interviewed. I wanted to interview my sister, but she said she was good on that. So yeah, I guess we're not going to get an interview with her. Hope to get many more in the future, but yeah, definitely my podcast on Spotify for sure. That's a good question. Alright, coming up on the last question. What would you do if you won the lottery? Easy question. I would buy friends and family something first. I don't care what that is. Well, probably realistically, it depends on how much money I win. And yeah, I think if I won the lottery, I'll probably invest it, cause we in the year big 25. Like investing is really important. But yeah, that's what I probably do. Um, is invest. I don't know. What would you guys do? That's a question I have to ask y'all. Just go back through this podcast, listen to some of the questions I asked, and answer them yourselves and leave it down in the comments. I really love to look through with them, and I support everybody that's supporting this channel. I appreciate it a lot. I'm just starting out, so if the music in the background's a little rocky, or if I'm a little rocky, or if it's giving cringe, or if it's just not for you, then like I'm gonna do my thing and I'm gonna keep striving for better things. So thank you for y'all support. Excuse me once again. And I hope you guys are really listening to this, really supporting this, and there's gonna be more interviews coming up soon. But I just realized that other than the trailer, I haven't really talked much about the channel. Haven't really talked much about myself. So this is a little catch up episode to help y'all catch up. So it was a pleasure talking with y'all. Hope y'all enjoy the rest of your day, and I'll catch you later on the Keep It Real podcast. See ya.